Hi guys, we're back. Like the Juggernaut Mitch, Alex Lexus, and staff. And our next topic is Nintendo's dismal performance with the Wii U. Now, this actually I had seen this. Matter of fact, let me pull up my notes. The Wii U, and it's from launch to now, only sold 9 million units. They didn't even crack 10 million. You know, and it's kind of sad when it's where did Nintendo go wrong? I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the lack of advertising. They're not taking an aggressive stand to like. I will tell you this: when I was a kid, when Mario 3 was coming out, I remember those commercials. You couldn't turn your head without seeing, that all those kids wearing the Mario shirts with a different color. Where when you actually they panned out to the face of the Earth, you saw Mario's face. I mean, they were aggressively saying, "Hey, you need Nintendo products." Like now, the Wii U is actually a better console than the Wii in every sense, but yet it's their Nintendo's slowest selling console. Nintendo gotta wake up, man. They gotta. I mean, hell, you got games like Hyrule Warriors. You got Mario Kart. They're pushing like 4 million units sold, but then you only got like 9 million per the console. Like, what's going on here? I mean, I honestly, from what I'm seeing or not seeing from Nintendo, they're not trying hard enough to put their stuff out there. Nintendo Direct is not enough. They need to start working with WWE, UFC, and they start putting their commercials out. Like hell, even damn Super Bowl. Put like at least one TV spot out there. Like, hey, Wii U, such and such. Check out this game. If their PR people or their marketing people aren't trying, they need to be fired. Get some fresh and aggressive individuals in there so that they can say, "Hey, Nintendo's here." Because it looks as if Nintendo is just like, "Hey, they're putting the flag up in defeat and can trying to focus on that rumored console that they're working on." But I'm gonna give on your knees. No, actually, Gokin, I wanted to give you the floor first on that with Nintendo's slow sales in the Wii U. Like, what can they do to turn it around?
I said it. I said it a million times already on the podcast. We need 50 titles at E3. We need. Listen, I know it sounds crazy. I know I sound like outrageous saying it, but they like at least 15 solid games. Like E3 needs to come up, and like you said, the marketing needs to be there, but there needs to be like the new Metroid Prime. Star Fox needs to be off the hook, right?
Mm.
The new Zelda needs more content that we can see. F-Zero needs to come back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bring back like Breath of Fire RPGs. Even fuck it, man. Buy the Mega Man IP from Capcom. Bring Mega Man
No, no,
back to
no, no.
Nintendo.
Don't do that. No.
But listen, they'll do a better job with it than what Capcom's doing with
That
it.
is certainly true.
What I'm saying is when the time comes, when E3 comes, if there is less than 15 titles to show off, you know it's a bust. And I'm sad to say, like you can only play so much Smash Brothers and Mario Kart and Mario Party. They're fun, I know, like, they're fun, but it can get old. It gets old.
And not only that, Gokin, you got Bayonetta that's getting the endorsement from Playboy. They need to like go that route. Like, hey, Bayonetta. Maximilian was saying that game is like almost perfect. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, that game. And you see, I want to get a Wii U. I got the money to get it, but it's like if Nintendo
don't do
doesn't.
It because I've been tempted to sell it. The only reason I don't sell it is because of you guys.
Now you see, that's what I'm saying. Nintendo has to show us that they're serious about their product. If they're not serious, how are we as a consumer going to be confident enough to go purchase it and know that, hey, we got something that they're behind. You know what I mean? But Shinwar, what are your thoughts on Nintendo's slow sales? I mean, I know you didn't have time to prepare for it, but whatever you can weigh in on with that.
I really don't have much to say about it. Really didn't. I don't really follow Nintendo like that. But I can remember as a kid, Nintendo dominated sales.
Mm-hmm.
With the Super Nintendo, and everything. I don't know. I guess they need a turnaround for them. And like you said, they're working on a secret console. Man, that thing better be up to date, HD graphics, everything.
But it's
Because
out of date. It's out of date. That everything people don't get it. Graphics,
yeah,
graphics matters, and graphics does matter. But just set the benchmark already. All games should
yeah,
1080p, 60 frames. If you can't do that, get out. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean,
Like
yeah. I agree with Goken. Like, they don't even have an HDMI out on their Wii, do they?
Yeah, they do.
they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hmm.
on the
When
Wii
did this
U.
happen? When did this happen?
With the Wii U, they
since
been
it,
had it to
since it came out.
720p output.
Oh,
Uh,
well, okay. But you know what? But the game still look like crap. But the game still
No,
look
they
like
don't
It,
look
it,
like
it, no,
they
but
don't
let
look
me.
like crap, but the performance is not that.
Yeah,
I can tell from
it's
the performance
underpowered.
is not
We
that
know
good.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
performance is not
underpowered.
that good.
But guess what? When you play Hyrule Warriors, graphics don't matter. That game is fun.
Mhm.
That
Mm-hmm.
game
No,
is fun as hell.
and you're right, but I just say that whatever secret console they're working on, I want these Nintendo to rise back to power. You know what I'm saying?
All
Let
right.
them do their thing.
I
That's all I
don't.
got to say about that.
Um.
Hey.
Nah.
All right. All right. Brother Noop, what are your thoughts on
Brother
what
Noob.
can Nintendo do to speed up these sales, and how can they better advertise? What do they need to do? You know what I mean?
In the words of the dojo of Shinwa Sensei's Street Fighter language, pop the trunk, pull out the pump, and shoot your console in the face, yo. Stop making home consoles. Pimp yourself out like Sega did, and
And just
just
go
stick to
software.
software.
And
And
and,
Wow.
keep
and
the
handheld.
DS. Keep the DS and just do software. That's
And
it.
well, guys, not for nothing. Sega doesn't have that many great titles besides Bayonetta
But
and two more.
that's Sega though.
But
If you
that's
look
Hey.
at
that's
yeah,
Platinum
Nintendo's
Games now, though.
yeah.
catalog,
Sega
but
never
guess
had
what? It
any
kept
major
Sega alive
games.
though. You got to remember, Dreamcast, September 9th, 1999. That was the last
Huh?
system they put out. But guess what? They're still making games. If you look at it, could you imagine Nintendo's collection on PC and consoles? You know how much money Nintendo?
What?
I would do that for like 5 years and then drop another console because you stack so much money, you can really get back out there and say, all right, bong, let's really hit them
But
over the
think
head.
about it. If they start spreading their user base from the PC, Xbox, and PS4, right? You
Hmm.
think that they're gonna be like, "Hey, I can get it on these consoles. Why am I gonna buy another Nintendo product?" And then with Nintendo's track record, with you know, they're not showing that they have confidence in the Wii U. Why would they go and invest in another Nintendo console?
That's why I said, I mean, if they wanted to, but honestly, they need to go the software route. If they went the software route, I'd be so happy because I'm actually breaking down and I'm buying the new Nintendo DS, which, by the way, Nintendo, that's the dumbest name for a new console I've ever heard in my life. It's called the new Nintendo DS.
Oh,
Imagine how
is it?
confusing that's going to be
No,
when you
isn't
go in
it
the
the?
store.
It's the new 3DS, right?
New 3D
Yeah.
XL.
So when
Yeah.
I go in the store, can I have a new 3DS XL? Okay, do you want the new one or you just mean a brand new one? You know
New,
what I'm
new,
saying?
new, new,
Like,
new, new,
they
new
should have
get
called
order.
it you know what I mean? Call it the DS XL Advance or whatever. I'm getting one. I'm probably gonna end up getting one of those because I saw Zelda the 64 versions, Majora's Mask and
Mhm.
Ocarina. I never had a chance to beat those on N64 because I borrowed them and people got them back before I could finish them. I'm like, yo, this is my chance, yo.
And also, you can
So
pick up Xenoblade Chronicles on the new 3DX console if you ever played that for Wii.
that's what I'm saying. And this is the sad part. We're more excited about the 3DS than the freaking home console right now.
But you see, the thing with that is just I think that the 3DS brand does get some sort of advertising. You know what I mean? And they have that strong install base. And Nintendo sticks to their guns with the
Stick to
3DS
their
and
buns.
and the whole backwards compatibility stuff. You take old cartridges, stick them in there, and you fire it
Hold
up.
on.
Good. You know?
And it's probably more than likely easier and cheaper to develop for, so they can put the money behind it.
No,
And the
actually,
developers, no.
actually, what was it? Mercury Steam? I think Mercury Steam had said that when they were making Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, they said that it was a little more difficult because they had to make the game and then downscale it and then work
Uh,
around the whole 3D leveling and all that stuff. With
hmm.
I mean, I mean, it might be easier in terms of resources, but there are programming challenges that they had to work around. But still,
Look,
like you said, I mean,
Nintendo,
mhm.
the Go software, bring the freaking Nintendo store to the consoles. Could you imagine that?
No, but
Having that
they
Nintendo
don't.
shop? Mm.
I hear you. They can do the Nintendo eShop on the iPad, the iPhone, the Android. They can do that, but I don't agree with them going counseless yet.
Mm.
I think they have a chance with the Wii U to redeem themselves. There's nothing wrong with the console. It just needs the content. And again,
And
I
I'm
it
agree.
telling
needs an
you,
advertisement. Bottom line.
yes, the marketing. It needs marketing and it needs the titles. If they fix that, the system could be here for another 4 or 5 years.
Tell them how many how many titles Goken?
They need 50, but I'll be happy with
That's not
50.
gonna happen.
Shy.
Dude, shut up.
Hey, so, I'm being
Yo,
no. Look, I'm
that's
being serious. I'm being serious. Like you're making me laugh. I'm trying to be serious. It's not funny because I'll walk into GameStop and Wii U has like one wall corner. Like
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
one like literally it looks like a DVD bookshelf in a house.
Yo,
That's
that's
how many
four
games.
games a
And it's
that's
only
4 games
and
a
it's only
month, yo.
and it's only like 7 rows. And then you walk around the store and PS3 has a whole wall. The PS4 has a whole wall. Xbox has a whole nother wall, and then it's like GameCube games are sitting in the middle bundle, and like
That's messed up. That's
the
true.
picture, and
That-
then it's like it's. But the truth is, there's no games. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, what should I buy? Oh, Donkey Kong Freeze, I have that. Oh, Mario Kart 8, yeah, I have that. Smash Bros, I have that. Oh, Bayonetta 2 is good, I have that too. Oh, what about Wonderful 101? Oh, I have that too. Oh, so
Yeah.
you have the 10 games that are the best games for the Wii U out. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well.
All right,
Okay.
well, I don't know what to
And
tell
the
you.
problem with that is that it's been out longer and they should be ahead.
Yeah.
So I agree with Goken on
There's
that.
no reason
right.
why the console's been out for more than 2 years and there's only like 40 games and only like
And
five
only 9 million units sold.
yeah, right, and only 5 to 10 of them are even worth your time.
Well,
Dreamcast, anybody? Hello?
what? All right, but on your knees. I know you didn't get a chance to talk yet, but what are your thoughts on
Damn it,
Nintendo's slow sales and their marketing? Like, what can they do to turn it around at this stage of the game?
Well,
Turn around.
I would have to, agree with Noop there. They need to turn it around so they can bend over. You could give them a hard one, Alex. But
What? I'm about to choke on my Chinese rice. Oh shoot!
if you choke on rice, you got a serious problem, buddy.
But yeah, you were saying on your knees.
Yeah, so I agree with Goken for the most part. They need the software. They need the games. Without the games, it's going nowhere. I would love for them to do an Eternal Darkness sequel. Because
Oh yeah.
the people that made the original, they tried to do a Kickstarter, that failed because the guy had all sorts of other problems, and the only reason why the game was good in the first place was because Nintendo was breathing down their neck. So I'd love
And
for them
Nintendo is big on that, like especially with the Metro Prime series and how.
yeah, they were really involved with that. That whole series turned out great.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. I never really got into that, but
They
I
helped them
heard-
out. They
Dark
came
was
out on
cool.
360.
yeah,
Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero.
And
All
I
right.
heard
Out.
but
Hello.
they need to get the software. That's the bottom line.
Wow.
They need to get off this first party only bullshit. They need to. They'll have to pay, but they have to get more third party companies in.
Yeah.
They have to give them sweetheart deals. That's what they're going to have to do.
Okay.
Doesn't even have to be exclusive. You just got to get, even if exclusive or not, they just need to get more games on the console.
And you're on your knees makes a great point. If you don't have Call of Duty, Battlefield, the top fighting games, the top racing games, I mean, you can't survive off of first party anymore. That's like, that's dead.
And the funny thing is, Nintendo, if they were smart, get like a Call of Duty theme Wii U, a freaking Assassin's Creed theme Wii U, or those bundles. I don't see any of that.
So they have it for the 3D XL, but and the 3DS. But you're right, they don't have those special looking custom color Wii's like they use, like the golden Wii or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the N64, that was like 9 colors of that thing.
All right, so there is an option there too to bring back the collectibles, which they're doing with the amiibos, which are pretty cool. I have 2 of them. They are pretty cool. again, it goes back to the games. Like they can maximize those systems. Man, if you played Zelda on the Wii, the Skyward Sword, the graphics were off the hook. I can play that on my TV now, and I know it's 480p max, but
Mm-hmm.
it looks fucking good. It looks
Mm-hmm.
really good. They
Yeah.
can do that with the Wii U. They don't have to be super crazy spec games. They just have to run smooth
Yeah.
and just be good to go.
All right.
I'm
And
done.
all right.
Done.
And Nelson, to bring us home, what are your thoughts on Nintendo's slowest selling console to date, and how can they aggressively show that hey they have faith in their console and market it better? Like, what can they do?
Well, this whole Nintendo Direct nonsense needs to stop. That's just one thing, because the thing is they're only drawing in a particular crowd and they're not really showcasing it as much unless if let's say video game journalist goes out there and actually takes these articles and puts it on their websites. You know what I'm saying? So there's not that much exposure. They got E3. They need to start coming back so Nintendo can actually flourish a little bit more better with its fan base. And the whole thing with the sales, GoCan was saying like, oh, they need 50 titles. I think they just need more better games on their consoles. Or if not, just start recruiting third-party games to come back to the Nintendo Wii to actually start bringing up the sales like Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed or wherever the heck else, that they need help in that department. And all these rehashing with these old games, it's not going to help. Like, okay, you made a Toad treasure hunt game. Really? Like, I'm going to play that shit? I want to play Mario. I don't want to play no Toad. Mario.
But they're trying though.
And then you guys are coming up with Star Fox. That's good. You did a smart
Ooh.
move on that. New Zelda game looks good. Doing another smart move on that. Where's Metroid? Metroid phased out.
But they got Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Prime Trilogy. But check it out.
It's a rehash.
It's a rehash. It's a rehash. But where's the advertisement for it? I bet you nobody even knows that trilogy
I
is
didn't
out
know
there.
that until you said that.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Again, they don't expand their businesses outside from their own webpage and with Nintendo Direct. For that cause of that being done, they're fucking themselves over. It's the truth. They just don't want to agree. And when they do put out a commercial, the very rare instance, it's only on YouTube. What? How about TV? I got a TV. I watch that too. Put it
Yeah.
on TV.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So for our YouTube people, we're going to break this segment up. We'll see you on the next installment. Or if you want to check out the last topic, you can do that as well. And then for our live audience, we're going into intermission. So we're going to break this up. So Nelson, work your magic, and we'll be back in a few. Peace.